Thankfully a nice diplomat for France. Surely they won't hurry into war. But with them owning Greenland, the need for war is dire. Austria looks so pathetic. Yeah, falling under that union with England was the death of them. So what do we have? Demands of Westphalian. Trouble has been brewing in Lomberg, where a number of such provincial assemblies have begun to blah-de-blah-de-blah. Revolutionary regiments in Hamburg and Lomberg. Maybe they have a good idea, or... oh, shoot. I already had my army there, didn't I? Constitutional Republic. I mean, you make a good case for yourself. But I can't negotiate with you, and you're probably going to bring me down to my knees. You know what? Your republic's just going to have to die. Much as I do love republics. And much as I do love my vassal. No need for a constitution in my country. Everybody's happy to serve me. Okay, despite increasing autonomy down there, we are going to see some Congolese rise up. We'll get that one fort on the go, and we'll be ready for them. Gonna hold out in Ndongo, since that's the only highland province there is. Successful raid of a treasure fleet. Hot damn, we're gonna keep you there for quite a while. To me proud. Alright, there we go. Just as expected. Don't feel too good about fighting them, since they're probably a lot stronger than me. But there's no river crossing there. Alright, there's a chance we'll need backup, so I'll act on that. Not the most exciting times at the moment, but that aggressive expansion of ours does need to fizzle away before France, Tuscany and other such friends come and decide that we would look a lot better. Pretty minced. Who knows though, we might hold out here. I have a bit of faith in my troops. Not much, but a bit. Not enough, it seems. Okay, Bohemia gunning down Poland, which is a bit of a pain, since there isn't much I can do against that, and they're still in that big old coalition against us. Could always threaten war for a province or two, though. Surely you don't want to hold on to one of those. Mind you, it would truce them out of the coalition, which is always nice. But then I could always grab one of their Polish provinces that they grab off of them as well. We'll give it some thought. Autonomy exchange no longer scares me. Not that it ever really did, but with centralization and all of our other bonuses, it amounts to very little. Speaking of very little, no threat from you guys anymore. Although they do an impressive number on my troops. But there we go, we won't have to worry about revolts here anymore. Even though it's not the right religion, since it's a... since it's all part of my trading empire. Don't have to worry about that. It's not enough to give me the Ivory Coast extra merchant though. Our power here is tiny. We would need to grab, yeah, provinces off of our good friend Castile, which I'm not really in the mood for doing. Oh boy, why would you be at war with Ottomans other than Tuscany being involved in all that? The Ottomans are the strongest. And if the Ottomans have decided that Tuscany have to go, then opportunity knocks. Tuscany is going to die from all of this. But how can we best use this situation? Well, first off, we should defuse the coalition ever so slightly, so I am going to threaten war over that province. Which one, though? It's all Silesian, unfortunately. But Breslau will allow you to grab what you want from there. Unfortunately, it won't really become acceptable as a culture for you. It's in a different culture group. Well, it might if we grab enough Silesian land. Oh, check these guys. They suddenly found some Gahonis. Still though, Tuscany is now at war with the Ottomans. They're not going to win. They're going to die, which means I can strike at Aragon just like the original plan was. But this time I can gain even more because I have my position in glorious Congo. So I want to keep one of you guys here, and the other one has to go back to where we belong. I want to keep my... Well, honestly, I want everything paid up in preparation for that. I think we're just going to swallow the cost here. Then again, we are hemorrhaging so much money. It's what we get for having such a large standing army right at the start. Could dismiss some of them, but that would be equally dangerous. Because if we look weak, the coalition's going to smack us. We'll drop our maintenance at the very least. It's not going to make these troops all that impressive, but they don't have to be at this point. And we're going to get you over to Castile. Now Aragon will be able to march up north and give us a slap in the face. But again, we'll be ready for them. I want my fleets ready. My army will be ready shortly enough. Jake, why not attack Portugal directly? They'd bring in Aragon anyway. Really, it's 6.5 dozen. One calls in Genoa, the other calls in Liège. Trade efficiency might sound good. Essentially 10% more of this, so 3 ducats a month. It's like 30 in a year for 10 years. That's actually better, but if you take the money, there's a chance the event can strike again. So we're gambling on that one. It's a very poor gamble, to be honest, but we're gambling anyway. Well, this means we're all done with you. Almost. The truce is almost up with that. It'll be over soon. Tuscany actually making gains here. Ah, they have Tech 23, which is extremely impressive. But that means you're fighting France as well. Does this mean that it's Ottomans who I should be fighting? My assumption that Tuscany would not win did not take into account the fact that France is involved in all this. And Tuscany will join friends no matter what because it's a coalition. Well, they're in a coalition against me, so of course they would help their friends. Takola King is saying, I love that you're in World War Wednesday. Well, thanks. I enjoy doing World War Wednesday rather a lot. Okay, I'm not sure if this is going to open up all that much opportunity for me if France and Tuscany can push back the Ottomans. I actually want to have a better view of this. We're not going to study tech, but we're going to infiltrate, administrate on both nations and have a look at how this is going. So the French pour in their many, but there are so many Otto scum here. So many indeed. Can't really fight you, I'd be bringing in the coalition. I'll be keeping my eyes on this one. But no matter how beaten up Tuscany get, they're probably going to help anyway. Because of the coalition war bonus, I suppose is the way to put it best. We'll keep our boats ready for this though. If anything, though, this is the ultimate opportunity to attack. Because Tuscany's going to get roughed up by the Ottoman. The Ottoman will be more than happy to give us access, since we'll be at war with their enemy. And we can finally do terrible things to Tuscany. Our troops are kind of ready and willing to strike at the Portuguese. We'll have to pay for our forts as well, so goodbye cash dollars. But we can strike Portugal. Damn, my army is expensive. Also, where have the Castilians gone? This is a shame. Do I have the numbers to take on Portugal over here? Yeah, Portugal is AFK. Of course, they're fighting the Ottomans in Tunis as well. Right, first I want to get my adventure island, if I can. I'm betting on the Ottomans here. They'll slaughter the Italians. This is why espionage can be rather nice. We get front row seats in this. So despite being inferior in technology, Tunis is as well, because those tactics make a huge difference. Look at the morale difference as well. It's crazy. But sheer numbers, they're going to count for a lot there. Give me it. Damn. Of course the Ottomans are their ally, so of course that would count against me there. Oldenburg still... Do I want to spend my aggressive expansion impact and better relations over time on keeping Oldenburg friendly? Nah. I'm not that nice. But I would like them to be a little bit friendlier towards me. Alright, so with it in mind that Tuscany is getting ravaged and my troops are ready to counterattack, I think we should go for it. Fight Portugal means fighting Aragon as well. Our boats are ready enough. We'll get them all over to the Gulf of Valencia. Now it's repositioning our boats that did us in last time, but still. Castile will come in. I'm even going to offer them territory. And I'm not scared of Tuscany. A little scared of Aragon. There's a lot of them. But we'll see what we can do. Not really sniping any boats at this rate. Oh, and I don't have my guys... I don't have my boats to ferry my guys around down there, huh? We'll give them 20k to play with. Time is on our side here, because it's our enemies that are getting minced up, not us. Jake, keep that battle selected so we can see the statistics. A little late for that, but they are spreading out and destroying. Aragon also getting a lick. A licking, that is. Man, I'm loving this privateering malarkey. Muscovy? What happened? Ah, Poland couldn't hold on to Muscovy. Sadly, Muscovy don't have cores all over Russia. That would be hilarious. And Polotsk don't want to be my vassal because I have their cores. Shame for them. What a shame. Again with that military cap, but we've already hit the extremely important military tech. There's nothing for me to invest it in all that much, so I may as well get Adventure Island up there. 33 development province, looking good. Oh, thank you, nobles. Your money just ahead of our time of war will be extremely appreciated. Now, Portugal, time for you to die. Tuscany can help all they want. But Castile's going to help me with the promise of land. Because I'm kind of happy if Portugal just gets slaughtered here. And I... no, I should promise them not land but favours. Because I'm going to give them so much land that they're going to be happy anyway. Aragon... The only additional thing you would call in is Genoa. But I don't need your Aragonese lands. But I just need to break up your relationships. So much things to think of ahead of time. Let's just do it. Just... do it. course, there's very little to worry about right here, right off the bat, so I'll throw myself onto every province. Can't throw myself onto here because it's protected, but... yeah. Bragancia is level 4, so I'm going to need quite a lot of troops on it anyway. Ah, the Castilians will have us backed up there. When it comes to the navy, it looks fairly even on paper. I have confidence in our side here. I want to get over there and destroy. I'm going to send my boats over there to a fortified province so they can't instantly be pushed out. And you guys, you get a little important role of taking over Portuguese South America. It's very important to me, and I also want to keep an eye on how far my colonial ambitions can take me. Not as far as Diego Garcia, but pretty much if it's out there and I can reach it, I want it. So we'll get you guys down into South Africa. It's where we ought to be. Our destiny manifest. Matamba getting 10 years of local unrest, I don't think is going to be a big deal for us. So here we go. We're going to be using Castile's no leader against the also not much of a leader. And the Merchant Guild's getting 2 base tax in Aberdeenshire. I love Aberdeenshire, and now I love you. So there we go, we undeniably have the advantage at sea here. We should put it to good use. Even beating down the Portuguese, this is excellent. And unfortified South Africa. That's my kind of South Africa. So we should clear up any boats in the region that we can, since divide and conquer. There go their heavies like they weren't even there. And quite nicely we have supply range around here. I also want to help the Ottomans take down the Aragonese fleet, so we'll be on that. And you folks, please take care of South Africa. It's got to go. South America, Jake continent, good. It's not easy to keep talking while playing, but I do it anyway. So the Ottomans are actually losing over here. Well, to a degree, until they just backed it up with everybody and their mother. We finally don't have better relations over time, guys, so I'm going to get rid of Spy Offense Man and hope that we strike a little luck here. Yeah, we're a little too late to the party there. But if I had just a single man to take down Calabria, I could keep this blockaded. I like the sound of something that underhanded. Don't even need a single man here though, because I'm confident that Castile is going to get all this nicely under occupation. I'm just going to get my actual forces to take care of this. You done good. You're a little damaged though. Get to Malta and get spit and polished up. The heavies are gone. And you know what else is about to go? South Africa. I highly doubt we're going to run into any resistance here, so I'm happy to spread out. Might even grab myself a colony if they're building any here. They are. That's pretty sweet for me. Was that what I thought it was? Yes, it was. Better relations over time, or Brot, as the Germans probably call it. Any decent policies, Jake? You're drowning in points. Of course. I could get all these admin drinking ones, or get myself some recovery navy morale speed. Just what I've never wanted. Told you guys to repair up, not enjoy the view. And you fellows, probably should have recalled you guys as well, since there's no point in that going in my name anyway. Still, we'll get on the case. New Portugal, how uninventive, but they're on the case as well. And we're almost done around here. Once we get Lublin done, there's no need to worry about these ex-Poles from rising up against us. Not that they would ever dream of doing such things. Get everyone over to here so that the Portuguese would not dream of fighting us either. Cores aplenty. And just generally everything going according to Keikaku. Hitting that dip again though without anything meaningful displayed on here. But there's nothing more meaningful than making Adventure Island the place to be in the Baltic. Nothing to it. So, as I said, we're going to take Calabria. We're going to risk fighting in naval battles by doing this, but that's okay as long as I secure Calabria and then walk over to Messina. We'll have nothing to worry about, except for the fact that we can't siege down Messina with these inferior number of troops, but that's okay. That is something we are ready for. So these guys all took care of their job splendidly. We only have 8% war score, but we also have ambition. Let's get all you guys over there and get our boats there as well. So Tuscany is in this, and they are part of this. It's going to be pretty difficult to get them out. I just have to hope that the Ottomans keep throwing everything they have at them. Now, do we have the ability to march down there and kick their sorry asses? We do not, but I bet Saxony would be willing to give us that opportunity for a nominal Diplo point fee. And then we march in, take no prisoners. These are all, well, München is not, but we've got a lot of mountainous provinces there. I am loving taking money from these gold fleets, though. What a wonderful feeling. Go pick up the rest of our troops so we actually can siege down Messina. It's not of great import, but I want to be able to strike from two ends and have them basically on the back foot here. I paid no attention to that, but did I just lose a load of man? Yeah, I wasn't paying attention here, and I got slaughtered for it. Oh lord, that's a lot of Tuscans. That's a huge amount of Tuscans. Well, it was fun, but I'm getting the hell out of here. Quick confirmation shows that yes, I did just lose a 24,000 men or so there. Well, that was fun, but I think the Ottomans need to melt them down a bit more. Yikes. Seriously though, that's scary. That is some scary stuff. The Ottomans are unable to push into these guys particularly well, and France are probably quite keen on fighting the good fight there. It'll be hard to get them out of this. But we shall try. Man, Tuscany was a beast there. Hurts me to have to replace these guys. Oof. Hurts me in the wallet, that is, which is the critical hit, so to speak, for me. Tunis and friends still pretty low on the ability to tech up. But at least we have Aragon somewhat trapped there. We can march on their capital once we bring down Messina. And we have these colonies that we were after. I would love to get Diego Garcia, but there's no point in taking it. I will, however, take Bourbon. Be there in a jiffy. There's really not much point in sending many troops there, but actually there's no point in sending more than 2. But I did, because, you know, live dangerously. Okay, it is quite concerning, the fact that they can just walk up through Saxony and destroy me. So we're going to cancel that for now until we get our army back on the go, and then we're going to march as a more contained unit. The Ottomans pouring everything they can into this, but the enemy are responding likewise. That's actually going to throw the Ottomans back a fair bit. Kind of interesting that the Ottomans, for all their might, are struggling here. But that's due to their tech disadvantage. That extra 0.5 discipline at Tech 23 means so much. Also, I don't think you are useful anymore. Let's get rid of you. And let's take the most important of provinces. Tuscany's involvement actually hurts us in such a big way here. Because it's so much war score tied to their lands. So what can I do to help? Well, I can detach a blockade here and grab everybody else and go and destroy their fleet. And also keep them blockaded up to help us. Let's not throw our transports in willy-nilly. But at least we can hurt them in that regard. The Polish wish to rise up, and my, I did not see Liège there. That's nothing we can't handle, though. Maybe it's something the Ottomans can't handle. So I have to remember, I'm wanting to give land to Castile here. It doesn't really matter what land, they just need to feel that they're getting a good deal here. That's only 6 favors, which is less than I'd expected. How about Alentejo? Will that make you feel a bit better? Giving it to Castile. Well, you know, I don't need to give them that many favors. What I'm looking for is to secure Portuguese South Africa for myself. And I wouldn't mind that extra province there. But of course I need to win the war enough to grab all that, and that is a tricky thing right there. If I can separate piece Aragon and Tuscany. We'll be able to separate piece Aragon soon enough, but Tuscany is its own problem. Oh boy, problem indeed. Hello Tuscany. I am gone. Long gone. Decent general though, but still. You terrify me. Can't believe how much of a boss Tuscany has ended up being in this game. I'm probably more frightened of them than I am the Ottomans. Jake, what about the Azores or Madeira? I don't need to worry about those. I'm just looking to grab some overseas provinces. They're cheap to core, there's no aggressive expansion to worry about. It's a pretty win-win for me. Now these Ottomans are getting beaten back here quite badly, and I'm not able to meaningfully contribute to that. That's kind of funny in a way. This is also kind of funny. Castile just getting... Oh no, Castile have Tech 22. That's tragic. That is very tragic. Tuscany is going to be one tough cookie to get out of here. Their military strength might be hurting, but they're going to want concessions out of me. I don't want to give them concessions, but once they finish up with it, they're going to turn around and slap us silly. Plus, with battles like this, that's only going to hurt our war score something nasty. Okay, Poland are out of this. They're probably going to want to coalition us pretty swiftly. Unless I fight them. Fighting them might not be the best of things to do right now, but I think I'll end up doing it anyway. I never did demand land from Bohemia, but then I'm at war now. I should just finish off what's left of Poland. Give the Polish land to my my good old March and take what's left for me. But then I'm so vulnerable at the moment, it's tricky to think this one through, because I need to dampen off the aggressive expansion This whole situation is terrifying. But once the